fún àwọn Yorùbá kẹ́nikẹ́ni ẹnikẹ́ni kó má fi nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe tọmọ Yorùbá kó má fi lọ́mọ Yorùbá o kó má fi nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe tiwa lọ ọmọ Yorùbá ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ó ti kúrò láàrin Nàìjíríà ó ti di ọ̀rọ̀ àgbáyé.
Those clamoring for Odua nation will not succeed. This is coming from Governor of Ondo State, southwest of Nigeria, Akeredolu. He said people have not laid down their lives for this country for unscrupulous individuals to scuttle it. I want you to take note of the words that he has used. Unscrupulous individuals. Who are these unscrupulous individuals? He's making reference to Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. He's making reference to you. He's making reference to Madam Onitiri. He's making reference to Pakitoye and many other people. He's making reference to professors, doctors, professionals. He's making reference to market women. He's making reference to children. He's making reference to older people. He's making reference to progressive-minded people. He has tagged you as an unscrupulous person. He said this country is very important to some of us. And of course, we do understand that it is very important to him. Definitely, he is going to say this and repeat it because Nigeria has favored them. They've been able to get into power to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He said, we recognize the right of the people to protest or agitate, but the police feel your actions are treasonable. They will arrest and prosecute you. It is not at this stage in the history of this country that we will repeat IPOB in Yoruba land. Opportunity beckons at us. We cannot afford to throw away that opportunity. We must work to ensure that there is power shift. The opportunity for presidency to come to the south, especially the southwest, is around the corner. We will not sit down and support anyone clamoring for Odua nation. We will not support it. We have fought for this with everything we had. Nigeria will be good. And Nigeria will be good. Of course, he has already positioned his own children. His things are already sorted out. His children they have foreign citizenship. He has stolen enough. He has, of course, there is a possibility of his children becoming governor or occupying political positions in Nigeria. He knows what he's saying. Nigeria will be good if you too can find your way into the corridors of power to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Nigeria will be good if you also can be closer to some of the politicians, practice corruption, nepotism. Nigeria will be good if you are given a contract, settle the governor, settle certain individuals, and pocket the money. Nigeria will be good if you can engage in these terrible acts that these governors, these politicians are involved in. Well, he went on to say that the security agencies will checkmate these unscrupulous enemies embarking on such frivolous activities. We have responsibilities now to soberly reflect on the plight of those who have laid down their lives and those who are still laying down their lives for the unity and peace of this country. Who sent you? Who sent them? This is the question that a lot of people have asked. And while you are pondering on this, I want you to listen to Madam Onitiri. Onitiri she is the one of the wives of late M.K. Abiola, who was robbed of his own continuation of Nigeria presidency. She has this to say. And afterwards, we'll continue analyzing what she has said and what Akeredolu is saying.
Mo rí nǹkan kan tí wọ́n fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi. Mi ò ká náà mo kàn wo àkọlé ẹ̀ ni tó ń sọ wípé Yoruba nation, treason or something like that. Kò sí nǹkan tó jọ o. Self-determination. Òun la ọmọ Yorùbá dólé lórí. Ó yàtọ̀ pátápátá sí treason. Kò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú wa, pẹ̀lú treason. Ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú treason. Self-determination right wa ni. And Nigeria is signatory to that right. Right to self-determination, especially Taija indigenous people. It is our right. And we're claiming that right peacefully. Peacefully. And nǹkan kan tí ò yí àwọn èèyàn ni pé kò sí ọmọ àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń pè Nàìjíríà dead or alive tó sọ orúkọ Nàìjíríà. Kì í ṣe àpapọ̀ sí ẹ̀yà kankan nínú ibi tán kó pọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà tó sọ Nàìjíríà ní Nàìjíríà. Colonial master, ìkànnù wọn nínú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn, òun ló sọ Nàìjíríà lórúkọ. Ìkejì ni pé orílẹ̀-èdè ni Ọlọ́run tó dá ayé àti ọ̀run, tó dá ohun gbogbo, ni ó dá Yorùbá, ló dẹ̀ dá àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó kù. Orílẹ̀-èdè ni wá, wọ́n bá wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè ni. Kò wá sí ẹ̀dá kankan dead or alive ní gbogbo àpapọ̀ ibi tó ń pè Nàìjíríà tó so Nàìjíríà pọ̀, to amalgamate Nàìjíríà. Again, colonial master ni. Fún àwọn Yorùbá, kẹ́nikẹ́ni ẹnikẹ́ni kó má fi nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe tọmọ Yorùbá kó má fi lọ́mọ Yorùbá o. Kó má fi nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe tiwa lọ ọmọ Yorùbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ó ti kúrò láàrin Nàìjíríà, ó ti di ọ̀rọ̀ àgbáyé. Ọ̀rọ̀ àgbáyé ni ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Ayé dẹ̀ ń gbọ́, ọ̀run gbọ́. Ọba tó láyé àti ọ̀run, òun gangan ló rìnrìn, ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ sí. Kẹ́nikẹ́ni kó má tiẹ̀ fi ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò ń ṣe tọmọ Yorùbá lọ Yorùbá rárá. Self determination ni ta ọmọ Yorùbá. Nǹkan táwa dẹ̀ tá dúró lé lórí nìyẹn, tí gbogbo àgbáyé mọ̀ tún wọ̀n. Kò ní kankan ṣe, ó tiẹ̀ jìnnà sí treason rárá pátápátá. Nàìjíríà wà Nàìjíríà now. Nàìjíríà wà Nàìjíríà. Ṣé Sudan ò sí Sudan ni? Ṣebí South Sudan kúrò ńbẹ̀, Sudan wà ní Sudan now. Ethiopia wà ńbẹ̀, Eritrea ló kúrò. So Nàìjíríà wà Nàìjíríà wá, Yorùbá padà sílé wa ni. Ó ṣà níbi tá wà kí àwọn amúnisìn tó dé. And òfin àgbáyé ó àláwẹ̀, ó gbà. So ń bo ni treason ti wọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣọ́ra o. Ẹ jẹ́ ala ojú wa. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ oko ẹrú ni. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ amúnisìn, oko ẹrú. Kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni ẹ̀yà kí ẹ̀yà tán pè Nàìjíríà tó sọ Nàìjíríà lórúkọ. Kò dẹ̀ sí ẹnikẹ́ni ẹ̀yà kankan tó so Nàìjíríà pọ̀. Ẹni tó fi so pọ̀ ó ti expire. Amalgamation gan ti expire. So iye wọn ìwà oko ẹrú, ọ̀rọ̀ oko ẹrú, ìdẹ́rùbà, fear tactics. Ọmọ Yorùbá, self determination ni tiwa o. Òun náà dẹ̀ la dúró lé lórí. Bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Ẹ kú palẹ̀mọ́dún, abá ọláyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Inú ìdùn nínú ayọ̀ la máa ti ṣe. Dandan ni kò yẹ, àṣẹ Ọlọ́run ni. Bó kù ìṣẹ́jú kan, ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ò ní lọ láìṣẹ. Ní agbára àṣẹ tí Ọlọ́run fi dá ayé àti ọ̀run. Yorùbá nation 2022 ni, pẹ̀lú àṣẹ Ọlọ́run. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Now that you heard what she said, there is no other way out. It is division of Nigeria and nothing more. End of Nigeria, breakup of Nigeria. There is no two ways about it. Now, according to the governor, he said the current daring posture of the enemies of the country, which has cost the nation the lives of many of our gallant soldiers, is highly condemnable. He stressed that the sustained effort of the officers and men of the military had greatly checkmated the threat of this unscrupulous element. He's still pointing his fingers at Sunday Adeyemo Igboho and many others. Now that he has even added IPOB, added whatever it is that's happening in the southeast of Nigeria into it, it shows to you that these people have sat down together. They've had meetings upon meetings to deliberate, to decide on what to do and how to attack, break people down. He went on to say, without the sacrifice and commitment of these officers and men of the armed forces, it would have been a matter of time before the whole country is overrun. The month-long Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration is therefore a golden opportunity for government and society at large to empathize, associate with widows and relations of our fallen heroes, especially those who were cut down in their prime. I am not saying that that's a bad thing, to empathize and to, relate to the pain and suffering of people who have dedicated their lives. But are we going to remain in this scene called Nigeria and say it will be better? Grace will abound. Nigeria will be better. Will Nigeria ever be better as it is? Yes or no? although there are people who might be saying that as it is right now, we need to re-educate ourselves, we need to be born again, we need to reinvent ourselves, because it's more like putting old wine into new bottle. They said, no, we cannot continue this way. We cannot say this is what it is. Once we break, that's the end of it. We are settled. But I will tell you, it is a step towards progress. He wanted to say that people should soberly reflect on the plight of these people who have lost their lives, who have done this and that for the nation, who have sacrificed themselves, who have died to keep Nigeria together. And I want to ask, if this is the reason why you become an army, you join the military to keep Nigeria together, you are into that job for nothing. That is the truth. You are into it for nothing. There is nothing worth dying for. You cannot die to keep Nigeria together. How can you keep something that has no foundation? How can you keep something that is so much cancerous? How can you want to fight to keep that together? No, don't be fooled. You are simply killing yourself for nothing. Saying that people have died to keep Nigeria together, people have died, people have done this, there is nothing too good or too much that we can offer that could replace the precious lives lost or remedy the deprivations and untold hardship suffered by the dependent of these heroes. We must, however, now, before I proceed on what he's saying deprivation and untold hardship. What does that spell out to be? It means that there are certain things that are not in place. If someone joins the military or the police and he or she dies, the family of those people will be kicked out of the barracks, and that's the end of their life. You see, we are talking of breaking down something that is not working, something that can never work, considering the way it has been put together. Break it down. He is even saying the truth in what he's saying without understanding what he's saying. If you know that these people are going through untold hardship, apart from emotional, my husband is not here again, my wife is not here again, my child is not here again. We know that once a military officer dies, there is a possibility, particularly if that person is in the junior ranks, there's a possibility that that person, that woman or whatever, will begin to face hardship. We've seen cases of that happening to the Nigerian police. So what are we talking about here? Mister, go and get your things done right. Akeredolu, no one is saying you shouldn't celebrate the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. No one is saying that. You should. If you feel this is the right thing to do, we should all embrace. But then we should all understand that these security forces, the Nigerian army, the police, and all of these agencies should understand that they need to open their eyes. You are the one giving power and strength to these few criminals. And they've also given you opportunities, like the police, corruption, to grab from the poor masses. They're giving you opportunity to do that. It is not something that is hidden. You see them in public extorting money from motorists, from individuals, bribe. They give you a chance to do what you need to do too. The Nigerian army, they are involved in fake weapon procurement, keeping terrorism alive, and many other things. This is how they make their own money too. So we cannot remain this way. That's the truth, and that's the reality of it. What are your thoughts? Do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so.